Well, this is the email that I'm sending to Internal Affairs and carbon copying. That's what CC means. NBC, ABC, and CBS. So I've got the same thing as I wrote in the last one, development with the Midgard Road neighborhood harassment. And you can see that it's got some words to it. I'm going to read it to you because there's no way that you'd be able to read all of this that quickly, unless you're a speed reader. So, last week I informed you that the new North Liaison Officer, Patty Myers, was supposed to call me yesterday, in regards to handling the neighborhood harassment issue that Officer Hicks passed off to her after my 13th attempt to reach him, and he finally returned the call, calling the facts I presented a conspiracy theory. Number 1. Patty Ryan, 433 Midgard, lied to the police about my arrest record and who I met in D.C. 2. 2 men came into the neighborhood and told lies about my past and present. And 3. Ryan Dillaha, ex-tenant, met with my neighbor Bill, 441 Como, and made a plan that would somehow make me lose my home, forcing me to move. Pull up my arrest record and see for yourself. I was never arrested in D.C. like she claims in a 911 transcript recording I have a copy of in my possession. I've got evidence to back up every single claim that I have written to you and shared with Officer Hicks. Whatever rumors are going around my neighborhood and community needs to end today. What is so pressing in Columbus that one unbiased officer can't sit down and talk with me about all the crimes and evidence I have, who hasn't spoken and sided with the proven criminal in her own words yet? Better yet, an officer isn't where this needs to start. There's the likelihood that it will just be thrown in the trash and never dealt with, just like the official report I filed by phone of 2 imposters that went over to Patty, claiming to be Secret Service and told lies, was never assigned to a zone investigator and deemed a miscellaneous incident. It's a federal offense that happened, and the result has been that the lies have ruined my entire life, and the lies believed by the police too. My neighbors have treated me like complete shit, and all of it has been based on lies and rumors. They want me to move because I suffer from the disease of addiction, which has been illegal to discriminate against for 50 years. You can't relocate people and force them to move according to the Constitution and the right in a person's deed to transfer the title whenever the owner chooses, not under duress. There has been a small alliance of neighbors hell-bent on this mission to, quote, clean up the neighborhood, and got the police involved early. Before that happened, Patty had a neighborhood-wide meeting in her home directly across the street from me, and didn't invite me to even defend myself or learn what it was that was being said about me. Then there was another meeting the neighbors held online one summer evening. As I walked around the block, I heard the same conversation coming out of open windows. One woman on Mimring, forgetting her window was open, said, "Oh, he's coming!" And as I passed the driveway, the garage light went on and off a few times. What have my neighbors been told about me? What is up with all the secrecy in my neighborhood? Why is the police not being of any help to me in resolving these crimes? I'm tired of the runaround I've gotten with the Division of Police. What the hell is going on? And why am I being ignored so much? Is this how every single person who has a history with drug use is treated? Or am I being discriminated against and profiled because of a mental diagnosis? Or are you aware that Patty lied and the Division of Police is covering up for her? Why am I not getting the services that every resident has access to? What you choose to do after receiving reports of crime is your business, and if you want to skew statistics of crime to make it look like a safer city than it is, that's your corruption issue and should not negatively affect victims of crime. Was there a desire by the Division of Police to block my way from getting help from the FBI by not having an official report of crime on file? I know because I drove to Cincinnati to the FBI field office to speak with someone and was turned away at the gate that local law enforcement is the place where crime gets reported. I've contacted them 65 times with updates of more and more crimes as they occurred. The only reason you know nothing about what's going on in the neighborhood is because nobody is allowing me to even file report to ever report the crimes. So I've taken the law into my own hands and did my own investigative work. I have written 2 letters over the summer to 4 residences outlining the crimes that they committed and the evidence I have to support their guilt, asking for help in getting to the bottom of who is leading the witch hunt for no reason against me in the neighborhood. They've all chosen to commit obstruction of justice and remain silent, thinking I'd just drop the issue. After locating Dillaha and having a conversation with him online, I made a video of the text thread and read it aloud and posted it on YouTube. Because I know Dillaha and Bill worked on a plan together, Dillaha brought over Bill and his son to my home for a 10-minute visit one day. I thought Bill should learn that Dillaha claims he doesn't even know Bill. It is possible that Dillaha gave Bill a fake name so that if Bill was asked if he knew a Ryan Dillaha, that he would say no. That's why I included in the video his pictures on his profile, so Bill could verify that yes, he was the tenant I had in the summer of 2017. I don't have a way of getting a hold of Bill, and I don't even know his last name. When I went over 3 times in a month to discuss something with him concerning a barbecue, he never answered his door, and I wasn't about to attempt it again, wasting more time. So I emailed Patty Ryan the video link to my YouTube channel, Robert Milligan Jr., with about 10 points, and in the RE section wrote, "Please forward this to your friend Bill." Because the morning after I told Patty I was having difficulty with the couple at 441 Como, she went over with her dog to talk to them. I'm assuming that they have a way of getting a hold of one another. Because Patty has ignored all my attempts to straighten her out and have her acknowledge the fact that she was scammed and told lies by the 2 men, and find out what else the 2 men said to her about me, I decided to go a more direct route. Patty stopped communicating or reading my messages to her when I called her out for being a pot smoker, which I have a mutual friend who will vouch for me that he was over at her house smoking dope with her. She wants me moved out of the neighborhood for doing the exact same, quote, crime in the privacy of my own home, which is not even a crime. Bigot. So I wrote Bill a letter and provided the YouTube link to view Dillaha's text, claiming they've never met, which is a lie. On the front of the envelope I wrote, very important, and said he should have received an email from Patty about the details of the letter because I asked her to forward it. I will try today to reach Liaison Officer Patty Myers and see where I get. Why is it so difficult to get help in resolving neighborhood harassment? That's it. That's all there is. So I will send it off today. Today is the 5th of January, and we'll see what happens.